Alright guys, how's it going? Miller here. For those of you who know, I'm massively into my English Civil War stuff. So I've picked up these new figures. I'll just quickly show you. These are my figures from Bloody Miniatures, which I've shown off before. So I'll just quickly unpack these so you guys can see how good these figures are. So these are the 15mm miniatures, or English Civil War figures, from Steelfist Miniatures. I must be mad. That's all I can say on that, really. So you get 24 pikemen and 4 officers. So you get an ensign, a sergeant, and a colonel. See if I can get it to focus. But I tell you what, and a drummer, sorry. But I tell you what, for the scale, you would almost think they were 28mm if I hadn't have put something in it to show the scale. A little bit of cleaning up on the legs there, but the detail, I have to admit, is pretty. I mean, I wouldn't even mind a 28mm figure that looked like this. But it's definitely definitely some work that's got to go into these. So yep, there's 24 figures that come in this. And then I bought 2 wings of musketeers also that come with 24. Again, they come with a sergeant, an officer, a drummer, and an ensign. So that's an officer, or the officer. Now the musketeers come in 2 different poses that you can get. You can get them marching or advancing, or firing. Now for both the units, and the same with the pikes actually, you can either get them with their pikes advanced or pikes charged. So I've chose to go for advancing on all. Bit clumsy here, sorry about that, a bit of a mess. I've chose to go for advancing on all, and I'm still trying to decide on what I really want to do with the basing as well. I'm thinking, rather than having them on small individual bases, I'm going to have all the pikemen on one base like this, and all the musketeers. I still need to decide if I'm going to put them all on another base same as that, like this, with them in line, or go for smaller bases like these with deeper lines, because the musketeers wouldn't have had a long firing line like they would have had in the Napoleonic times or anything like that. They would have had a smaller line that would be multiple rows that would circle. So you'd have a front row that would all fire their muskets, and then they'd all march to the back of the row, and then the second row would advance and fire, and it would just be a continuous circuit, so that there was constant firing, as opposed to the front row firing, having to reload, the second row firing and having to reload. And that way you had a constant rate of fire. So I'm in the 2 minds as to what to do. Either way, the pikes are going to be 4 rows, 6 across, 4 deep, with the commands at the front and the sergeants at the side. And then the musketeers are either going to be 4 again by 6, or 6 by 4, with again the drummers and the ensigns towards the sides. But yeah, they're going to be quite cool. Originally I thought I might do them all on one massive base, but I think if I was to do that, they'd need to be smaller, so more like 6mm sort of scale. And another thing I had planned is I'd have these like this, and then for doing hedgehog formations, I would have a large base that would have all the figures that you would have in here, but in a different pose, so with some shooting and some charging. But these 3 packs, like I said, I got 1 pikeman and 2 wings of musketeers. These 3 packs came to £55 with postage. That's bloody expensive, especially if you're planning on doing 2 of each unit, so one of them advancing and one of them charging. That's going to be ridiculous. So I probably won't be doing that. I'll probably just leave it like this and have a marker for when they're attacking. But we'll see. But actually what's quite good is that the pikemen come, or on the website they advertise that for the pikemen a good idea is to use brush bristles off of garden brooms. And I thought, oh well, I'll have to go and pick one up. But they actually came with some, and I can't pick it up, they're so bloody small. But these will be quite cool when these are stuck on. They're quite tall, so maybe they need a little bit of cutting down. But they would have been 18 to 16 foot long anyway, so maybe they work out about right. I mean, if that's a 6-foot man, he wants to be maybe 3 times the size of him, so maybe they're a bit too tall, but we'll see. But that's it. We'll see how we get on with these over the next couple of weeks. And I'll try and do another little update on them soon, just for a better look at them, try and get some painted. And but yeah, that's it for now on these guys. Bye for now.